Hi girls, Christelle with part 2 of my vintage Christelle scrapbook paper bag mini book that I was giving to my sister for her birthday this month, and we left off at this page where this is another flap. So I have a little journaling spot memo that I put on a punch out tag, and there is an Irish stamp, and this also is 7 Gypsies paper that's already distressed looking in that really neat aqua French blue. And here I punched out a ledger piece with one of my I forget, Marvy punches, and I think a K & Company paper, a vintage collage image, from one of the freebie spots on Flickr or online that you can get. Here's some of my secret blue paper and a real French stamp, and I even punched a little embellishment for her hair, and some vintage blue music, vintage music that a friend of mine sent me in a swap. So there is, in this flap, one of the bird cards from Cavallini and Company. It's a postcard, and I'd gotten those from a girl who only apparently used part of her stash. I don't know why, because they're so fun to have. But sorry about my finger. And she had sold them on Etsy.com, and I had never seen her selling anything again since then. So, pretty vintage image, freebie online. Or, I don't know, maybe I bought that one. And it says, "What is really beautiful needs no adorning. We do not grind down the pearl upon a polishing stone." So, I didn't put anything else on the page. And I drew on and stamped on and embellished this girl, and even, I can't show you how the glimmer, but I made her earrings and her necklace shine with a glitter pin. That's it. The Harlequin pattern paper is also from 7 Gypsies. Here I made a pocket tag, a tag pocket rather, and put adorable for that adorable looking little girl and image that I put on there. These cards, I think they were a scripture card, but I don't really know. I found them at the thrift shop one time, and I don't know who they're by. Here's one of my images I bought. This pocket has a vintage little girl with a doll. Looks like a Cupid doll because she has a point on her head. And vintage French text, again from a dictionary, and another Prima photo mat that's been stamped with a butterfly. So this has a butterfly theme throughout it. Here's a page that's got a lot of embellishments, a French soap label, a cutout with, I used the Martha Stewart border punch at my local scrapbook store. I don't have that one myself. Here's a die cut fan that I happen to have some of, and put those in some of my Etsy scrapbooking and altered art lots in my shop, Christelle. And this Eiffel Tower comes from my friend Johnny, who sent me some things that she cut out because I don't have a Cricut yet, and she did the something called Paris. I forget, Paris something. She did a bunch of little cutouts and sent them to me in the mail, and that was so sweet. So here I'm going to put a photo of my sister and I under this adornment, paper adornment that I cut out, and this is 7 Gypsies paper as well, so almost all of them were, I think there was a few of the embellishments are cut from K & Company. So the last one has this fella that I got in an art lot and image lot, and I punched it out with you'll have to tell me, but it's the one that makes the ergonomic. They're like navy blue colored, and they make ergonomic punches. So, and here's just my last little punch, and that's the end. Hope you like that, and don't tell my sister she's getting it. So here I was going to show you, since I have just a little time, some of the things I got when I went to a yard sale last weekend, and it was a sale given by the daughters of a woman who was a crafter, and I don't know if she did scrapbooking, but she had a lot of sewing stuff, and I incorporate that. I sell vintage things on Etsy, and vintage lots of sewing stuff, and ephemera lots, so I look for stuff like this. And so there was this really cute little recipes from around the world vintage book, and let me see, I don't know if it says when it's from. 1961, I think. But there were pictures in every chapter, and if you saw my recipe mini that I made, I plan on using a lot of recipe ephemera. There were also a couple of packages of these kind of papers that insert into a notebook. I don't really know what it was, but it's an inventory of books. Here's the Italy picture. Sorry, I'm working with one hand. Scandinavia, cute. America, with our pioneers. And so that's just really neat, and well, that's a name for a recipe. I won't even try to say it. So I got things like this. I just have a few more minutes, so I'll just show you. This book, I've sold one of these before, How to Dress an Old-Fashioned Doll, and it's got little heirloom doll patterns in it, by Mary Morgan. This is a fictional story about a little old town called Liberty Falls in Colorado, and it has vintage images in it as well. But sometimes I just sell those vintage kind of books so that I won't wreck them. If they're not in bad shape, I sell them in my eBay shop, which is called Poppy and Nonnie. It's POPPIEANDNONNIE. So I got vintage doll clothes patterns and will use those as cutouts for ephemera. Here's one, McCall's. And I really like this one. And I like the paper that it's on. Oh, I don't have hardly a moment more. This was a British poetry and prose book, and it's got some great images and poetry in it. And like William Shakespeare. And I got this really cool hand-painted, hand-dyed fabric with shiny pumpkins on it, which is great for Halloween. Gotta go because I'm gonna get cut off. Bye.